and welcome. You are listening to A Mom's Guide to Wine, a guided wine tasting with candid reflections on motherhood. Here we spill the tea, but never the wine. And we are your hosts, Eliza James
and Rosie Gold.
And we're so glad you joined us for today's tasting adventure.
Full disclosure, for those with little ears, around 90% of our topics and language will be more on the R rating scale. Also, we are not professionals or experts. We are simply sharing our experiences and including some Google searches for support. We are amateur wine enthusiasts and professional moms. That is our skill set.
But first, the wine. And today's wine is Apothic Rose.
It's so pretty. There's so much filigree on this label.
I know.
And I love filigree. My wedding ring is filigree.
I know, it's so pretty. It really is. So we're pretty excited. Today's wine, we're going to do something fun. So we're going to taste the wine, but then we're going to make frosés.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so on Apothic Wine's website, they have recipes for cocktails.
Look at them go.
I know, I thought that was fun. So we're going to open, we're going to taste, and then I'm going to dart, and Rosie's going to give you the wine scoop because I wrote down all the facts for you.
Okay. Let's do that.
So here we go. Let's open. It's a twist top.
Nice and easy. It's a beautiful red. Very see-through.
It feels like a giant bottle, though, but I don't think it is. It just feels like it is.
It looks like the glass is just really thick.
Maybe that's it. So let's just taste this, because I would like...
Let it swirl.
It's called Vibrant.
It's got a very strong smell.
And crisp. So it should be vibrant.
It smells like apples.
And crisp.
Apples and pears is what I smell.
Yeah, they said there should be honey, dark cherry, black raspberry, and ripe strawberry with a clean mouthfeel. So, and it should be a burst of watermelon. Do you get any watermelon?
I forgot to taste it.
Oh. You're like, I'm swirling and I'm smelling it, but I'm the tasting part.
I really like the smell. The taste is a lot
okay.
of alcohol. Alcohol and water.
I'm not getting a burst of... Maybe that's what the watery... It taste watery. Right?
That might be an inappropriate way to say it, but that's how I feel. It tastes like alcohol.
It tastes like alcohol. It smells like alcohol.
It's definitely making my cheeks a little warm. Just a little flush. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of sweet.
It's not as sweet.
I'm just not tasting the apples and pears that I was just smelling.
I get the cherry. I can get some cherry in there.
Yes, I can taste cherry. Yeah, for sure.
Like, the longer I taste it, I'm like, there's some cherry in there.
It's getting better. More flavorful.
It is crisp, but I don't know that I'd say it's vibrant. But it's aight. It's going to taste really good. So we're making a strawberry.
We're about to make it vibrant.
Frosé. We're going to make it. So I got to go add ice and wine because I have my wine open and I want my ice to melt while we were, doing this. So... I gotta, I guess I should go.
That and ice is really loud when you...
Yeah, so we're gonna
break
blend
it all up.
In the kitchen.
So you can hear it from the kitchen, I'm sure, but I'm not...
And I'm taking the wine.
I'm not real big on having that right next to the mic in our ears.
Yeah, so, Rosie, you fill them in and I'll be back.
Have fun. Okay. So the Apothic Rose is a 2021 in Modesto, California. We paid $10 for it, so it's a good pace for it. We have a light, refreshing wine with a dark nature. I didn't really notice a dark nature about it, but aromas of rose petals and honey open, revealing notes of dark cherry, black raspberry, and ripe strawberry on a clean mouthfeel. I don't know. The finish is long with a burst of watermelon at the end. I didn't really taste watermelon, to be honest. I mean, I can tell it's kind of watery. The winemaker says most of the fruit was harvested at night to limit color extraction. The grapes were delivered in whole clusters to our membrane presses for the gentlest processing possible. That ice is not getting a gentle processing. We kept fermentation temperatures cool to preserve delicate red fruit aromas. A small portion of the blend underwent, that's a fun word, malolactic fermentation and least stirring to create a soft, refreshing mouthfeel. I don't know what that means. I will say it's not it doesn't like bite you like most alcohols. The wine was kept cool until blending to maintain a perfect balance of acid and fruit. On their website, they have recipes. Oh, we already talked about that. Ta-da! You can get a virtual tasting kit for $35, and you can download a tasting mat, which tells you what order to drink and what to expect from the drinks, which is pretty cool. We already pressed all of our strawberries. We wanted to pull all that extra pulp and seeds out of the juices so that it's a little bit of a smoother drink for us. So I bet that'll be great. Did we add any sugar?
I did add sugar.
I figured we needed to add some sugar because the strawberries were pretty tart because I may or may not have eaten a little bit of one while we were going to press them.
Bam. There we go. Now,
I mean, it looks pretty.
I don't remember which glass was whose, but
that's fine. It's alcohol.
It's fine. It's sterilized now. Yeah. So, obviously,
It smells like strawberries now. If y'all wanted to know that. I can't swirl it.
Yeah, you can't
anymore.
But we got straws, so we're fancy. I think I could have added a little more wine. But otherwise, I can taste it's much sweeter now.
It's very sweet. I like it. I mean, it's not super sweet, but it is sweet.
Sweeter.
I'm glad you added sugar.
My straws aren't working as well as I'd envisioned.
They're not smoothie straws. They're straws for the kiddos, the little bendy guys.
Actually, a little chunky.
And if you're curious, we opened and propped open that door while she went to the kitchen with a Spider-Man shoe.
Mm-hmm. Because we are cool like that. That's how we roll. I like it better like this.
I'm just drinking from the glass now.
Yeah, I like it better like this.
I do too.
This is nice. Now it is refreshing and
a summertime
beverage.
Frosé.
Cheers.
And at $10, it's pretty good. Good deal.
I know. I thought so for $10. And I've been wanting to try this wine for a long time. So I thought, dadgummit, you're just gonna do it. And so I just did. And I really want to try their red wines, just because they look pretty. And they advertise them on TV all the time. And they're like sexy commercials where one of them's like it's a rainstorm outside and this girl is setting up and this super hot neighbor knocks on her door, and so she invites him in for wine, and they sit and drink wine by the fire.
Well then.
I know, and I'm like...
Escalates quickly.
It does. I'm like, either she's a whore or they know each other.
So, no, one or the other.
One or the other. But anyway, it looks super sexy, and I thought, it makes me want to drink their wine. I don't know, but it does. It makes me want to drink their wine. If that was what they're going for...
It worked.
It worked. Because I do. I want to drink their wine.
I wish I heard that story before we started.
Sorry. So, in today's episode, we're on episode 12 of season 2, which is crazy.
My goodness.
I know, we're like over halfway done with our seasons, and...
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
So this is right before school starts, and so you've now had your children all summer. Yay.
That was a very sad yay, but it's very accurate.
It's accurate.
Like
Let's
the beginning, we're like, oh, we're going to get so much done. We're going to get y'all's closets cleaned out. You know how much that happened?
I cleaned out my closet.
Oh, wow. Look at you go. I did not.
That's it.
I didn't clean out a single
one closet, and it was mine. Because it was like on our to-do list.
That's called prioritizing yourself, though. Right? Like what we talked about a few weeks ago.
I had to pay my daughter to babysit, but yeah, I mean, it's fine. We were like, I don't want to be distracted while I get emotional about cleaning out my closet, so...
on all the things that don't fit anymore? Because that's how I would be.
It's a thing. It's a real thing. So it's okay. It's okay. But today, we're going to talk about playtime, and that's our bringing it back. We're bringing it back to playtime.
Got it.
And we want to do inside versus outside, because obviously there are more health benefits to outside play, but inside play is just as important as outside play. So I thought we'd touch on all the things. So, benefits to both. They both can be educational. They both come with their own set of germs and cooties. And so that's something to consider. Health can benefit on both of, both mental factors when it comes to inside and outside play.
I'm pretty sure 90% of the U.S. is like deficient in vitamin D.
Yes. So obviously that is the benefit for the outside play. And so you get that sunlight.
That is not an accurate number. Please don't Google that. It will be wrong.
But I had that thought too. I was like,
it just seems like everyone I talk to is like, oh, I'm vitamin D deficient. And we live in Texas. We get plenty of sun.
Yeah, just step outside for 5 minutes. You be all right.
Yeah.
5 minutes a day.
Well, I take a pill.
Oh, well,
of vitamin D.
There you go. That works too. I mean, I can't say anything. I was so deficient in vitamin D. Actually, a doctor told me, because I take the liquid form of it. And he goes, you could probably drink the whole bottle and still not OD. By the way, you can totally OD on vitamin D, FYI. And he goes, but you're so deficient. He goes, your body'd probably be happy.
Apparently, it's very rare to be sensitive to vitamin D, and I'm one of those. So I was taking vitamin D super high over the prescription, and I got hot, and apparently I got dehydrated, which made it that much worse. I started having arrhythmias and was passing out, and then I went to the doctor, and they put me on EKG, and they're like, yeah, so what are you taking? I'm like, I'm not really taking much, but vitamin D at that time.
Uh-huh.
And they said, okay, it's probably that. So, fun fact, you can have heart palpitations.
So get it naturally. You probably have less palpitations.
Probably.
I don't know, in this heat, that's why we're drinking it frozen, because
it's hot.
It's hot.
It's been hot all summer.
It's been really hot. And so inside play then becomes really important, because weather doesn't matter, doesn't affect the playtime, right? Can be like today 105 outside, and it's fine because you're inside, and your house can be 78 if you're lucky. And,
and
it's fine. It doesn't interfere with it. The kids can play, do all the fun things. Inside time can also be a time for bonding. So, like, we do our Friday night game nights. Obviously, that is something that we do specifically on Fridays, but when you're stuck at home with your kids inside, you can do it, on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Even. Board games, card games. We even have games that the little can play. So nobody's left out, which I think is important, is that everybody is included in that kind of bonding experience.
I think it's also nice because you can kind of gauge different age groups, right? And so you can have different activities going on in the same space that are similar. Mm-hmm. So if it's arts and crafts, little one can be doodling.
Yep.
While the older one can actually be constructing something.
Right. They can have the scissors and they can do all the other things, and the little one can get a glue stick and crayons, and that's about it. Because I don't trust him with anything else. Actually, today he asked if he could eat the crayons, and I had to tell him no, and then he wanted to know why. It was a whole conversation. I was like, this is
obviously
ridiculous.
a ridiculous rule. Like, why can't we have colorful poops?
To him, I told him that if he ate it, it would make his stomach hurt really bad. And so he was like, oh, okay, I won't eat it. Okay. Like, good, thanks.
Yeah, because if you told him his colorful poops would happen, he would eat them on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, also Legos and Matchbox cars are like a huge hit. I know your little one got that new racetrack for his birthday.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Like, they were fighting over it.
It was ridiculous. And it has a little motor in it that keeps the cars going, and if you get just the right weight of car at the right time, it just keeps going indefinitely.
Mm-hmm. I know, isn't that really cool? It's entertaining for us adults, too.
Yeah, we were all staring at it.
Wow, look how many times it's made that loop.
That was great.
That loop-de-loop.
We were all impressed.
Yeah, we're easily amused, as were the children, because they were right there in the middle of it, too.
Yes.
Like, we're all like, ooh, try this car, and this car. The big cars don't make it, but the little cars with the
they were doing great.
With the right weight.
If it was too lightweight, though, it'd shoot right off the track.
Yeah, so it had to be a finite balance. Finite. But we build lots of towers and stuff with Legos. We have big Legos, mind you, not the little ones that are like you step on them and you die.
Oh, okay.
We've got the big ones that are made for like little
mega blocks.
Yeah, those. My husband was dumb one day and decided 150 blocks was a great idea. And as we
How many do you still have?
Probably still have about 150 because he bought more, obviously.
Oh.
Obviously. Because he didn't realize the error of his ways.